Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do a video for you guys today on my coziest fragrances. I live in Atlanta, Georgia, and it's gotten really cold. We had some snow over the weekend, and we're supposed to have snow later this weekend. So I just wanted to do my coziest fragrance. These are my cozy fragrances. Everybody's different. Some of these may seem kind of weird to you guys. Some of them you may be like, oh, I can see how that's cozy. And then other ones you might be like, what? So it's just personal. Some are personally cozy to me. They may not be to you. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I've got, I don't know, maybe about 10 fragrances that I pulled out of my own collection that feel super cozy to me. I have some that are special and sentimental to me that I've been wearing for years that I'll save for the end. I'm going to start with one that I think generally speaking would probably be considered kind of a cozy fragrance. This is Velvet Teddy from MAC. This fragrance is a tobacco and honey. To me, this is a cozy fragrance. It's a sweater, cold weather, being by the fireplace. It's supposed to be kind of a dupe for Tom Ford Tobacco Vanilla. This is a lot softer. It's got a lot more honey in it. It doesn't have any clove in it. It's just a softer, more wearable version, I think, of Tobacco Vanilla. It's got a lot more sweetness to it. I absolutely love this fragrance. I almost said Tobacco Vanilla. Velvet Teddy by MAC. This is part of their, they have matching lipsticks to this. So these are awesome. I don't know if they're making these anymore. But anyway, that's Velvet Teddy. The next one that may seem kind of strange to you guys, but it's very cozy and comforting to me. This is Hot Couture by Givenchy. The reason this is cozy to me, it shouldn't be. It's raspberry, and then it's got kind of a smoky smell to it, but that's what's cozy to me and comforting. It kind of smells like a woman who's been wearing fragrance and smoking cigarettes, and there's just, I was a young adult in the 90s. That's a very familiar smell to me. Cologne or fragrance mixed with cigarettes. That was, what I grew up smelling. So this is a very cozy, comforting smell to me. I don't know if everyone would think that, but this is a really nice fragrance. Hot Couture by Givenchy. Another fragrance that I find very comforting and cozy and great for cold weather is this Bottega Veneta. It's their original fragrance. This is a leather fragrance. It's got leather. It's a soft leather. It's supposed to mimic their handbags. Those braided handbags that are really soft leather. I love those handbags. It's got a little bit of lily of the valley. This is a very fuzzy, cozy fragrance. It does not smell like leather the way you would think like a Tom Ford fragrance or something like that. It's a very soft kind of, I just had the word in my head and it escaped. Airy leather. It's a very airy leather. It's a fuzzy leather, if that makes any sense. But to me, this is just a very cozy fragrance. I always wear this more in the winter time when it's cold outside. And I absolutely love this fragrance. This is one of my favorite purchases like 2 years ago. It was my favorite fragrance that I bought, I think in 2020. I just absolutely love it. I bought it at Bloomingdale's. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. Okay, another one that's definitely cozy, comfy, sweater weather. This is Mia Perla by Mia Perla or La Perla, something like that. This is very cozy. This is vanilla and ISOE Super. It's like a musky vanilla, but it literally smells like a sweater. Like when I see this bottle sitting in my collection, I think of a sweater. It just has that smell of sitting at home by a fire in a sweater. It is extremely cozy, extremely comforting. It smells really good. This is a little bit of a musky smell. When this dries down completely, it kind of smells like that old Jovan musk, the white musk from back in the day. Some people love that, and I love that. It's a very comforting fragrance. My aunt wore that. And so it is comforting, but sometimes that Jovan musk kind of smell gets to me after a while. So this does dry down very musky, but if you like that, it's wonderful, and I use it. I love it. It smells really, really yummy. Okay, another really, really cozy, comforting fragrance is Vanilla Woods by Seven Virtues. This is just kind of a straight up vanilla. It's a really, really, really nice vanilla though. It actually says on here that it's supposed to be comforting. I don't know why, but I guess vanilla can be comforting, but this is an absolute cozy winter sweater weather, snowing outside, winter, holiday, all of it. This is a really, 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 really great vanilla. I always recommend this to vanilla lovers. It's kind of one of those hidden gems that I don't hear talked about as much. I don't really smell a lot of woods in this. I guess maybe it's a little musky. Maybe that's the woody I'm smelling. But to me, it just smells like a really wonderful vanilla. It is not a cupcake vanilla though. It's like a very sophisticated kind of Madagascar vanilla smell. It's really, really nice. I don't know anyone that doesn't like this. It's a beautiful, beautiful vanilla smell. So that's Vanilla Woods. Another one that you guys might think is kind of crazy, but I find very comforting. Sometimes I find florals comforting, especially if they're more of a, I don't know how to explain it, like a soft floral. This is a floral that I find very comforting. This is L'Instant by Guerlain. It's a honey floral. I think that's why I find it comforting. It's a very soft, it's not a summery floral. To me, Guerlain doesn't make very many summery fragrances. Maybe their line that's like, there's like a line that's super, super light. I can't think of it right now, but most of their fragrances are kind of heady. This is no exception in my opinion. This is sort of a wintry, cozy, comforting sweater floral. And those are actually the florals that I actually really like. Sorry, I just said actually twice. Those are the florals that I actually like. A honey floral is kind of something that I'm like. I'm not a huge floral person, but this smells really, 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 really nice. It's a very kind of romantic, like I said, romantic, cozy floral. This would be great on like a date in the wintertime. If that makes any sense. Okay, now the last one I have is very sentimental to me. It's probably one of the most comforting, cozy fragrances I've ever smelled in my life. This is Burberry Woman. I used to wear this exclusively all the time. Oh my gosh, the memories. For years and years and years, I wore this fragrance. It has kind of gone out of style, but it's still one of the best smelling fragrances in the world. I've described this before on my channel. This to me smells like a really, really cold day, but there's like a pocket of sunshine, maybe out on your deck or in your house somewhere. And you find that warm spot of sunshine and it feels so good because it's so cold outside. That's kind of what this smells like. Burberry Woman smells like sweaters, being cold and getting in your car. I don't know. My very, very dear friend and myself wore this fragrance, both of us together, for years. And that's all that I can smell is her and I running around. It feels like it was always cold, running around with jackets on, and everything smelled like this. Our coats smelled like this. Our cars smelled like this. This is just a wonderful, wonderful fragrance. This is Burberry Woman. Very comforting and cozy fragrance. My last one, you guys are thinking I'm crazy. But again, this is one of the most comforting, cozy fragrances. They do not make this anymore. I had to buy this on eBay. This is Revlon Unforgettable. You guys, I wore this in high school for a couple years. It was all the rage. Sorry, I had COVID and I still have a little bit of runny nose. It's been a couple weeks and I still am having symptoms. But anyway, I wore this in 10th grade. Again, me and a couple of my girlfriends all wore this. And we wore it in the winter. I think it came out right around the holidays, if I remember correctly. We all ran to, you know, whatever, the CVS or Eckerd or whatever it was at the time and bought it. To me, this just smells like wintry, holiday, cold weather. I used to wear a uniform when I was in high school. I wore a uniform all throughout school. but we would wear sweaters and tights under our uniform, and we would, you know, make it warm or whatever. And that's what this reminds me of, is we would wear Christmas tights and different, try and make it our uniforms cute. But that's what this reminds me of, is being in the cold weather in high school and just wearing this. And again, all my girlfriends smelled like this. We would keep it in our purses at school and spray it on. This is one of the most comforting, coziest scents I've ever smelled in my life. It's impossible to describe. I don't even know what is in this fragrance. I just snagged up this bottle on eBay because I so badly wanted to smell it and remember what this smelled like. And it smells exactly the same. I probably wouldn't wear it because it's such an old bottle. It was in the 90s, and I don't know how long the person had this bottle. It still smells very similar. But again, this is Revlon Unforgettable. Anyone that has ever smelled this will remember how cozy and comforting this fragrance is. So those are my most cozy and comforting fragrances for when it's really, really cold outside. I would love to hear what you guys love to wear in the winter, super cold, snow, you know, up by a fireplace, whatever, sweaters, coats, all that kind of stuff. Let me know what your favorite scents are to wear in the winter, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.